If someone would have told me just a month ago that a Persona game will be officially released on Steam, I wouldn't have believed this guy. But here I am making a video about the PC port of Persona 4 Golden. It's crazy how things have changed compared to what we had in the late 2000s. What a weird timeline that we live in, isn't it? In any case, let's take a quick look at the quality of this port. Atlus did a surprisingly good job with porting this game to the PC platform. Persona 4 Golden supports arbitrary resolutions and frame rates, features high-quality sprites and dual audio, and also has Steam achievements and cloud support. Though there's something strange going on with the performance in this game. I'm playing at 4040p resolution and was mostly getting 144 FPS, but in some scenes I experienced a noticeable drop in frames. According to Durante, who has made a PC port analysis for IGN, that happens because of an insane amount of API calls in every frame. In my experience, it's not just 3D objects on the scene, but even UI elements can cause frame rate drops. Frame pacing issues on the GTX 1080 Ti is definitely not what I expected from a PlayStation Vita game. Thankfully, there's a way to fix this API calls issue. Durante discovered that using DXVK, a Vulkan-based translation layer, can significantly improve the performance, and after doing a few tests, I can confirm that it works. In my case, it fixed frame pacing issues completely. This fix is not only for Linux, you can also use DXVK on Windows as well. Just download the latest release from GitHub and unpack all files for x32 version to the games folder. You can find the link on this fix in the description of this video. Hope it will improve your experience as well. The only downside of this solution is that it disables Steam overlay, but if you need a performance boost, that's a sacrifice that you'll have to make.
Are you resisting an officer of the law? You're under arrest!
As for the settings that are available in this port, Persona 4 won't blow your mind in this regard. It has a pretty standard set of options, and the only interesting thing here is a rendering scale. This setting allows you to go up to 200% scale of selected resolution, and you can also go lower than your native res. Considering that currently DSR is not working with this game, a built-in downsampling solution is a welcome addition. There's a few screen modes to choose from, but the full screen option is currently bugged and forcing 60 FPS lock. The only way to play the game at 144 FPS is either in borderless or windowed screen modes with enabled VSync. We can only hope that Atlus will eventually address all those rendering issues and fix them in upcoming patches. I've heard a lot about Persona games, but I never played any of them before, and honestly I was surprised by how slow-paced the gameplay in Persona 4. After playing it for almost 5 hours, it still feels like I haven't finished the tutorial yet. It's not a bad thing though, I'm currently in the mood to play something long. If you love story-driven games, you absolutely should give it a try. Persona 4 Golden is a Japanese RPG game at its finest, with tons of dialogues and great characters. You are investigating mysterious murders in an isolated town while visiting the school and socializing with your friends. From what I've seen so far, the storyline keeps the right balance between dark, disturbing scenes and occasional comedy moments. Despite slightly outdated visuals, Persona 4 Golden compensates it with excellent style and atmosphere. Music in this game is something that I can listen to for hours. Between the dialogues and town exploration, you are going through the battles in another dimension. At first glance, it looks like a typical JRPG combat. You explore dungeons and search for loot chests, fight monsters and bosses in turn-based encounters, and get experience and new skills as a reward for defeating them. Enemies have their own weaknesses, and by experimenting with abilities, you have to find out the best strategy against them. I haven't played enough to talk in detail about the combat, so I'll keep this part for the final review. Overall, Persona 4 Golden is not a perfect port, but it's worth the price it asked for. Of course, I would love to play this game at 4K resolution and stable 144 FPS, and more options like motion blur toggle definitely wouldn't have hurt to have. Also, adding the new DRM to such an old game is overkill in my eyes, but I guess it was added to convince Atlus to release Persona 4 on PC. But all those nitpicks are not compared to those atrocious Japanese PC ports from 2000s, and the gameplay itself is aged really damn well. So unless you hate anime with passion, I highly recommend you to take a closer look at this game. Don't forget to use that fall configs that I mentioned before if you'll need a performance boost. Thanks for watching and stay safe.